Alright, supper time, and also a place where I can get very distracted. But is that going to happen? Yes, no matter where I am. Anyways, this is going to be my first of director commentary for DC vs. Marvel Villains War. So, let's begin. Alright, so first is Professor Milo versus Norman Osborn and Doc Ock. Basically, Professor Milo is stealing from the Oscorp, and Norman Osborn finds out. They go to attack him, but they're in for a surprise. When it comes to the footage that I use for pretty much Raven the Bold and anything I get off of my iTunes, is that it ends up speeding it up by a third of the actual speed. I figured that out a little late. Alright. General Ross versus Kanjaro. The President informs General Ross, President Luthor informs General Ross, that Kanjaro is invading Earth, and it's up to him to stop him. So, I mean, it took a while, back to the other thing, it took a while for me to figure out how to get, like, timing to work with my stuff from iTunes. I think I have it down. So, here's hoping. And of this round, this might be my favorite fight put together. Press and push. Made by Bush Corporation. General Ross defeats Kanjaro, but Kanjaro is still alive. Alright. Now we're at the Red Skull versus Krull the Eternal. Krull is trying to get the Cosmic Comet to work when Red Skull comes in and wants it for himself. So, the two duke it out. I'm going to take this time to say that I'm not like, when it comes to this universe, someone is actually using all of these C and D ranked kind of villains, making them fight each other, or making them fight the Marvel universe. And you'll find out in round 3 who exactly that is. Red Skull claims victory, and off to the Mandarin versus the Gas Gang. So basically, oh, video's done. Anyways, the Mandarin has discovered where certain rings of power can be held on an island ruled by the Gas Gang. Before they can do anything, the Mandarin gains his powers. I figured that... Oh, and the rest of the story is, and the Gas Gang tries to defeat him. Basically, I didn't want to introduce the Mandarin the same way G.A. Villain did. I don't want... G.A. Villain, your Disney vs. Marvel is awesome. And I'm hoping to God that I don't completely rip anything off from you in the future. Especially with stuff I do with Loki and Doom. I don't want it to be directly your stuff. Alright. So, the Mandarin shakes him off. At any second now. I'm not good with timing, unless it's marching band. Oh, and basically the Mandarin basically shakes them off and claims the island as his own. Alright, Hammerhead versus Red Hood, made by Sony, aka Dio Show. Basically, Norman Osborn is informing Hammerhead that Red Hood is trying to take part of the company, again, I'll explain what happened before in like a prologue round. I do intend to make a prologue round to explain everything. Look out for it. It's gonna be epic since it's not the first one I made. Yep. Crap, Red Hood. Crap.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Don't mess with the big dogs.
Yeah. Ooh. And Red Hood. Have I been saying Red Skull? My bad. Red Hood.
Still using the same dirty tricks.
Red Hood escapes. Now, time for Dr. Doom versus Tornado Tyrant. Yes, Tornado Tyrant. I think he was just made for the Batman Brave and the Bold show. I don't think he's actually in the comics, but you know, he ended up being a good villain. I liked him. So basically, Dr. Doom is informed that the Tornado Tyrant is coming his way to test his powers. And the underlying event is going to be whether or not an alliance can work out between Doom and the creators of Tornado Tyrant. Tornado Tyrant is basically one of their stronger members of the team that I've put together for them. As you can see, he was able to fight hand to hand with Doom, and they plan to take over the world. The Tyrant and the Doom, this Tyrant and the Doom. One is a robot, and Loki interrupted. But whatever, because it's Loki, you do what he does. You do exactly what he tells him to do. Epilogue. I do realize that I probably should have done just all of this. But, you know what? I just wanted to show you guys it. I was kind of in a rush to show you guys my war. Now I'm taking a much more slower approach, as you can see. I have no idea when I'm going to release round 3. But basically in this, Norman Osborn and Hammerhead discuss about the upcoming attacks on their company and how to go counterattack them. There's the word. Alright. In Metropolis, President Luthor and Vandal Savage are having a meeting to discuss the Red Skull, who has been indulged long enough. This scene also could have possibly been shorter. I had another thing I wanted to add in here, but again, rushing the thoughts. Just wanted to show you guys my work. And don't mind the snow. I really wanted it for his face. Right there. Alright. The blood needed to free Ares has arrived. Persephone does her betrayal and frees Ares under the watchful, or as the Enchantress watches from a distance. Yeah, I'm gonna say that the reason why that lady came in is because they need blood to free Ares. I'm sticking by that story. And the Lords of Order and Chaos have been watching the wars and decide it is time to create an equalizer, because Marvel's winning too much and DC needs to get some wins. They're kind of coming back. Equinox is made, and Owlman. Okay, so a couple other notes while I have you guys. So, what was I going to say? First off, thank you for your support in this. I've done so many different tournaments coming up to this. I'm glad I'm finally able to stick to one where I figured out a way to keep it all the way through. I do have plenty of surprises for you guys. Major surprises, hopefully. I know that JC squeeze at whatever I do now. Okay, not everything, but I get a chunk of the stuff. GA Villain, once again, make sure if I do take stuff from you, and you didn't necessarily want stuff to be taken, just tell me. I make pretty damn good mac and cheese. This is the reason I am known as Morph. And I'll see you guys around. Later, my friends.